Well, happy Thursday, wet and windy evening to all of you out there in Facebook and YouTube land. And welcome to Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show on November the 10th of 2022. Glad to be back with you. Sorry we weren't able to be with you last week, but it sure is good to be with all of you here tonight. Hope everybody's staying safe. Hope all of you getting some good rain in this tropical storm that's coming through. Please just make sure everybody out there stays safe. Do us a favor if you don't mind. If you're watching on Facebook, reach over and hit the like button and then hit the share button on your Facebook page so that it broadcasts our show on your page, gets our audience, gets our message out to a much broader audience. So we'd like for you to ask you to do that if you don't mind. Just help us out a little bit there. Hit the like button, hit the share button if you are watching on Facebook Live. And guys, we welcome you tonight. We welcome all of you. Got a great show in store tonight here, November the 10th, 2022. Looking forward to a wonderful time tonight. I'm sure there'll be some political pontificating going on a little bit later in the show. All kind of stuff going on, but we're glad you're watching us tonight on this rainy night in South Georgia, South Alabama, and Northwest Florida. And guys, we're coming to you live from our studio right here in Enterprise, Georgia, our studio in Thompsontown, Georgia, and our studio at 100% Flamingo Boulevard, Georgia, and our studio at the old fairgrounds at the Gray Hodges Park in lovely Dothan, Alabama. Live all across the great United States of America and in foreign countries where we're legal to broadcast. Coming to you live in all 57 states, 5 foreign countries, 4 sunken islands, and in the great state of Baker County, Georgia. And ladies and gentlemen, if by chance you happen to miss us this week and would like to catch us on a rerun, or perhaps you just like something you see tonight and you want to watch it twice, we will be on national network television on all the major networks next Monday night at 9 o'clock. We will be following next Monday night at 9 o'clock. We got preempted. There is a 2-hour town hall that will begin at 7 p.m. on all the networks. It is entitled How to Spend Millions and Never Win an Election, featuring Stacey Abrams, Beto O'Rourke, and Charlie Crist. So we'll be following that on Monday night. Yeah. It's a 2 hour. It's going to take them 2 hours to tell everybody how to spend millions and never win an election, and that'll be featuring Stacey Abrams, Beto O'Rourke, and Charlie Crist as the presenters on that 2-hour town hall on Monday.
Well, you just said that they rich losers.
I guess they're rich losers. I just know they know how to spend hundreds of millions of dollars and cannot win an election. But anyway,
that's one good thing about it. They were spending George Soros's money, California movie stars' money, New York leftist lunatic liberals' money, and anybody else that was stupid enough to give them money, they were spending it. That's one of the easiest things in the world to do. Is spend somebody else's money, and they are good at it, buddy.
That is right. And guys, this week we are live on the 91 3/4 inch TV, live and in color, 91 3/4 inches. And here we are. We're live.
Wow.
And ain't no Zelmas, onion flavored toothpaste, onion extract hemorrhoid ointment, carbon-free dentures, one size fits all glass eyes, petroleum-based oral disinfectants, chitlin smoothies, and collard green daiquiris in Owens Crossroads, Alabama.
Whoa! Rewind that one. That was
ain't no Zelma. Ain't no Zelmas.
Oh, Zelma.
Ain't no Zelma. I had an ain't no Zelma. I did. I had an ain't no Zelma.
Okay.
Ain't no Zelmas. Onion flavored toothpaste. Onion extract hemorrhoid ointment. Carbon-free dentures, one size fits all glass eyes, petroleum-based oral disinfectants, chitterling smoothies, and collard green daiquiris in Owens Crossroads, Alabama.
Oh, man, old Zelma got it going on. She got the 95-inch TV.
I bet you there's a 1 hour wait list to get in the door of that place.
Yeah,
She
you
need
got
to go down to the fairgrounds and have a booth at the fairgrounds. They don't tell you. She can
Charlie,
say,
it's like going to the DMV. You gotta go. You go outside. She got one of them ticket things. You pull a ticket, and then they got a little they ring a bell, and it goes next. Serving number 51 now. That's how
that's
busy
it.
she
That's
is.
it.
Speaking of the fair, this might hit Marvin. I heard something that was on sale out there at the National Goober Grab going on that I ain't never heard sell at a fair before. You can buy pickle juice by the 2.5 gallon jug.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I, I,
Hey, let me tell
Everybody
you.
eat
I,
that.
Let me tell you what we would do at the concession stand, and the kids love them. We would take the pickle juice. We sell the pickles for $1 a piece. Then we take the pickle juice and we pour them in those little tomato ketchup cups that you got the lid on them, and we freeze them. And they're called pickle pops, and we sell them for 50 cents a piece.
Good. Now, man, them parents,
Ain't,
them folks that got
ain't
them young
nobody but Marvin could come up with that.
come up with that. I guarantee you.
Ain't
Hey,
well,
nobody, no, ain't
we
nobody
can
but you
take.
could do that.
We the only ones I know can take a $6 gallon jar of Mount Olive pickles and generate $72 out of it in
I
revenue.
guarantee you.
Only
who?
only other man I know doing better than y'all is Carl Fain in Dothan, Alabama. I mean, in Donaldsonville, Alabama.
Johnsonville, Georgia, yeah.
Donaldsonville, Georgia. Carl had him he had him a wagon, a food wagon that he'd go around everywhere. Carletto, he's our friend. We love Carletto. He's probably watching tonight. Carletto Fain, he's famous for his Italian ice cream deal or
We
whatever.
named him.
We named him. We gave him a name. We gave him a future. We gave him an identity, if you will.
Yep.
But Carletto had
Eh,
a fry
it's
cook wagon. He'd go around and he had him some onions. He was frying onions, the big onions, blooming onions. He frying blooming onions. I saw Carletto one day. I said, "How the onion business, Carletto?" "Oh man, it's bad. I ain't making no money." I said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, back up, Carletto." I said, "Now you mean to tell me you get a 25-cent onion and you drop it down in some peanut oil and you sell it for $8 and you ain't making no money? You in the wrong business, Carletto." I think he closed his onion wagon down. I don't even think he do his onion wagon no more. But he must not have been making no money. But that's kind of like the pickle juice deal. Now y'all are entrepreneurs with your
Yeah.
pickle juice.
Yeah.
I
I
ain't
could,
heard that before in my life, Marvin. I ain't
Yeah.
never heard that before in my life. I've seen
yeah.
folks
man.
drink hot sauce, crystal hot
well,
sauce, pepper sauce out of the bottle. I ain't never seen nobody take a deal pickle juice shot.
Yeah, it popsicle. You freeze it, called pickle pop, and the youngins they will line up. We can't keep them; they'll line up to buy them, and it's the juice left over from the pickles, and all we do is freeze it and put it in a little container, and it's 50 cents a pop.
Ain't nobody else could come up with that but you.
Y'all
now, boy, y'all just whoa. We got to look at who we are dealing with here.
Oh, I
We're
know it.
dealing with a marketing genius.
Here he goes.
Everything he touches
Mhm. Mhm.
is like gold.
Mhm.
Mm.
He has a new marketing thing going on at the Flat Creek Baptist Church.
Mhm.
What's he got out there now?
Well, I saw your Fisher preacher briefly. Didn't get to speak to him Sunday at the Moby Dick, and he always dresses nice and kind of like you expect a preacher to dress,
Mm-hmm.
But
Sometime.
sometimes, well, yeah. But out there at the creek, old Marvin's trying something new.
What's that?
He is now the flashing preacher.
Flashing preacher. He
Yeah.
has a flash now. He can move around.
What
I've seen him move around on the
Well,
screen and all that. I've been out there. He moved from place to place, but he flashing.
The only way he can flash is if he needs to get to the toilet in a hurry. Now he moves like a flash seeing. Other than that, he don't move that fast.
hey, let me ask you this: has your fishing preacher ever preached a sermon on Sunday morning with his fly down, and his wife have to tell him his fly was down and zip your britches up?
I don't think so.
Okay. Marvin's
Yeah.
got it going on, boys. I'm telling you.
But
Hey,
I
it
tell
happened.
you,
Hey, I'll admit it. It happened to Marvin Sunday. Man, I preached a message. I mean, I was going. I mean, I brought it to the culmination, about to land the plane, and I was praying, and my wife walked up while I was praying and tapped me on the shoulder, and she said, "Zip your pants up." So here's what had happened. I had preached the whole message with my britches unzipped. So here's what I did. I zipped them while everybody was bowed. And at the end of the sermon, I looked. I said, "Everybody look up here, Brother Corey." I said, "Y'all love me, don't you?" They said, "Yeah." I said,
Oh yeah.
"Please promise me the next time I'm preaching with my britches unzipped that y'all will stop me and tell me to zip my britches." There was one sister in the church didn't miss a beat. She said, "Preacher, we wasn't looking at your britches. We was looking at your mouth while you were preaching."
Come on down.
that's what I'm
Go,
talking about.
sister.
That's the one you
Yeah.
need to keep right there now, Mark.
Yes, sir.
I bet
Yeah.
she's sitting in that amen corner over there, ain't she?
Yeah,
She's
Right.
over there with them
You
amen
better,
sisters.
you better be looking at
Oh,
her and getting
yeah.
a nod from her every time you preach.
She
She's
she
on
got
your
But
a
I
few.
tell
side.
you,
She got
I,
a few
t-
more stars in her crown this coming Sunday. I
Right.
guarantee you.
I tell you something else too. It probably might have bothered everybody out at that church, but I tell you one person it did not bother.
Mark.
Marvin. It did not bother him. He don't care.
No need.
And
Ain't no need going back and doing that deal all over again.
look at here,
No, man.
and he did. He was landing the plane on a very. I gotta admit, last 2 Sundays I have been at the creek, and he landed that plane on November. He's preaching on being thankful.
Mhm.
We
Mm-hmm.
always are praying and asking God to give us this and that and the other, especially when we're in trouble. And I've heard Floyd say this: when you go to bed at night and when you get up in the morning,
Mhm.
first thing you need to do is thank the good Lord for all the blessings in your life.
Mhm.
And there may be some bad things going on, but always give thanks. And I
Amen,
give
bro.
I give thanks to Holly for putting up with Marvin all these years and doing what she so
Well,
gently did Sunday morning, lead him to
Charlie, here's
where
one of
he
our
needed to be.
here's one of our fans over in Alabama texted me and said, "That may be the only time you've had the whole church's attention at one time." Oh.
Oh,
Woo!
Y'all, I don't know if y'all see this or not, but last 2 weeks we've been on the air. Over here in the comments, there's some spam bot over here. Find love in your city. They trying to get us to go on to some woman website over here, and they
uh-huh,
posting
uh-huh.
on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports. Look at him. We done made Carlito famous. We done made Chase Elliott famous. We done made Ron DeSantis famous. And now all these wild women in Las Vegas is wanting to make them
They
famous.
want us
Yeah,
to make. They want to charge it. They want to charge us
yeah,
$69
but
to make them
wait a
famous.
minute. You missed a
Uh-huh.
point. You missed a point. That didn't pop out. You started talking about preaching with your britches unzipped. Then that's when that came on.
Hey, that may be one of those deals.
You asked for
Facebook's
that.
listening.
Yeah,
Yeah, you asked for
that's
that.
it. So they listen to every word we say.
That
They
may
tuned in to us, buddy. That's
Quizzy,
the
you
Look
may
here.
code.
have something on that. They supposed to hear what you said when they said
Yeah.
unzip britches and women things
Here they
started
come.
popping.
Here they come.
Oh,
Let me say right now, Melissa Tillery, one of our viewers up in Troy, Alabama, brought up something that I won't get out of the way. It's just amazing to me how much money folks spend. Uh, Heard corn dogs at the Peanut Festival were $5. Those are the ones outside of the Midway. Once you step foot in that Midway, number one, classify yourself as a fool for being there. Number two, a corn dog in there costs $8, and you got to have something to wash it down with. 16-ounce Coca-Cola, another $8. Or if you like Marvin and have a big thirst, go to the 20-ounce for a low, low price of $10 a drink.
Charlie, I'm a 44. I'm a 44. How much would that be?
Hey,
Well,
no
you
telling.
figured up that 20 and let's see, 10 to 20, just say $28 to get your thirst from the time you walk in to the time you get out. But now listen, they've got a special this week only. on turkey legs, smoked turkey legs. And I know if Marvin goes to the fair, he's got to have him a smoked turkey leg. They're only $18 a piece.
Good land
That's
above.
I,
$36 for a turkey leg, and then that ain't counting them selling the rest of the turkey.
well,
Good Lord.
I'm just saying, them folks out there, there's good fundraisers going on for the Firemen's Association, different school bands and everything, but it's outside of that midway. When you walk in that midway, where your rides are, and if you want to, and I know Marvin is one of those that when he goes and sees the little ducks are floating around, in the thing, right, going round and round, and you pick up a duck. I think it was a quarter when me and Floyd was coming up, maybe dime or a quarter.
Dime, a
Might,
nickel a dime.
might be 50 cent by the time Marvin, the youngest of the group, come along. It's $10 now at the National Goober Grab down there on 231 South.
$10.
And if you go and throw the little balls, I got somebody to gather this information. Throw the
It's $10
balls at the
to
little
pick up a duck.
picking up a duck. There you go, Queasel. You got it. Now, you always got to pitch for some goldfish out there, right? Yeah, everybody's got to walk around with a couple of handful of goldfish. It probably costs a quarter a dozen for the folks at the fair. You can now go out there and chunk balls at it. I think 30 balls to throw is $10, 60 for 20.
To win one goldfish.
I guess.
Goldfish in a bag. He
Well,
ain't
I mean,
even
you get,
not even in a bowl. He's in a bag.
well,
And you
that's right.
can't
He
even,
gets it.
He's in a
I can
bag.
say, take that same money and go buy some bait and catch some fish you can eat.
Well,
Well,
You can't eat no goldfish.
you were talking about that 50 cent that while ago, Charlie, about 50 cent. Now 50 cent, used to 50 cent get you in the fair. And now 50 cent will buy you a tablespoonful of frozen dill pickle juice from
now, if you want, let's just be. You got my two little pictures there, Marvin. I want to get this out. While we're talking about prices of stuff,
Which ones
uh,
now?
the ones of the tricycle and the wagon.
No, never mind. You just keep talking. Keep talking. I got you.
y-
Just keep talking.
Well, Mr. Joe Biden said yesterday. I'm not going to call him a president because he's an idiot. After all this happened in the election, 75% of the people that went to the polls and were asked, is this country going in the right direction? Only 25% said yes,
Mhm.
75% said no. When questioned as to what, and a very good reporter stood up, even some of these liberal mainstream reporters are starting to ask questions like, what are your plans to do to show people that the country is going the right way? Nothing. He said, the more they see what they were actually doing, the more they like.
Mhm.
Now, to all of you Democrats out there who obviously know by now, I don't give a rat's rear end about none of y'all for who you politics and who you vote for. I want you to think about y'all elected this buffoon to the highest office and the most powerful job in the world. And he ain't nothing but a fool,
Mhm.
a stupid idiot.
Mhm.
He needs to be in an institution if he is really as dumb as he acts.
Mhm.
But now things have gone crazy in the last 2 years. It's been a long time since I had kids, little bitty kids. But I do remember buying some of the Christmas gifts. And if a lot of you folks that are watching us are the age to have grandchildren, maybe even some great grandchildren. And some of the things we all grew up with would no longer be standard equipment at my household if I had to pay what prices are out there today. Item number one, Marvin, if you will. It's
Radio
something that
flyer wagon.
Radio Flyer, that brand name. I want y'all to look at that because that means something. It's got to mean something because that's nothing but a small wagon, 4 little old wheels. And if you look, the sides of the wagon ain't near as high as the ones we had, I don't think. Are they, Queasel? What your
I ain't
wagon a little
seen
bit
the
deep?
wagon.
Oh, you
Okay.
got
I
it.
can't.
Well,
I can't see
it's
it.
a Radio Flyer wagon
Marvin got me
on
blocked.
on sale. Air one of them for $179.
There it is.
Yeah.
For that,
$179.
Yep.
Yeah, that.
$179.
Yes, sir. Air one of them.
if you
One
if you
179.
if you pay $179 for that, you have forgot your change when you walk out the store.
This is the small tricycle that I know a lot of parents and grandparents through the years have purchased. And my memory don't go back to what some of these things cost, but that little bitty tricycle for a small child, and once they got 6 or 7 years old, they'd be too big to ride that thing. But they better ride it a whole lot, and not play with a game in the hand, because that, my friends, is only $119.95. Have we lost our minds? Have we gone crazy?
Mhm. Yep.
Now, Queasel, when you were buying your young'un stuff when they were small, do you remember paying 119 for a tricycle?
Mm.
No.
Huh?
Mm-mm.
I
No.
guess I'm just I have never seen stuff like this before.
Matter of
I
fact,
didn't
we
know.
didn't buy but one. We did buy but one, and we passed it down.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly what
Well,
we
you always
did.
got the new one then, didn't you, Queasy? Because you was the oldest. You always got the
I'm
new one.
talking about for my children's.
It's
Oh,
chilling.
your children. I thought you were talking about
Yeah,
you and your sister there. Okay.
for
Mm.
my children. I ain't sure my sister could ride in that tricycle. She wasn't real smart. Still ain't. But I mean,
Woo.
I ain't sure
Charlie,
she could ride one.
you talk about Biden and all of that. Well, I think we've elected us a celebrity now. I'm probably gonna lose him eventually in the Senate, which will be good for the Republicans. I don't know if I'm assuming y'all are aware that the state of Pennsylvania, instead of electing the conservative Dr. Oz, has elected Floyd. Give me an adjective on Fetterman.
He's a lunatic. He's a lunatic. That's all you got to say. One word, lunatic.
But wait, now you said now he was a lunatic that had had a stroke, right?
He's a lunatic that's had a stroke. There's a difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's a
Well,
lunatic. He was a lunatic before. Now he's a lunatic that's had a stroke.
Well, they are going to there's two movies they're going to remake. They're going to remake The Addams Family, and he is casting for Uncle Festus.
Mhm.
Look at that. I mean, come on. Tell me that you don't see resemblance there.
It's 100%.
Yeah. And then
Reincarnation.
y'all remember the movie Sling Blade with Carl?
I
They're going to remake that one too, and there he is.
There he is. That's him.
I'm going to be
That's it.
getting some French fried taters.
United States Senator, boys, he's going to determine what we're going to do in our lives.
Mm.
What he's going to do. He's going to make a decision about what we do down here in South Georgia in our lives. And thank you, Democrats, for voting for him. Y'all talking about these prices on this stuff. I want to just take it a little bit further. I'm going to put it in perspective so people in Southwest Georgia will understand it, especially in the agricultural community. I deal with agricultural people day in and day out. That's my livelihood. I deal with them. They're the heartbeat of this part of the world. They keep everything going. They keep the whole train smoking. I was talking to a friend of mine today up in Baker County, a big farmer up there, and he was talking to him. And I already knew this. We were just having a discussion. He's talking about he bought 10,000 gallons of diesel the other day. And I said, what did it cost you? He said, I don't know. He said, I ain't got the bill yet. He said, the last I got was over $4 a gallon. That's $4 a gallon for putting fuel in a tractor. $4 per gallon. Let me tell you what it was when Donald Trump was in office. The last few months Donald Trump was in office. Let me tell you what diesel fuel was. We just round it off. Let's just round it off. $1 a gallon. $1 a gallon in 2020. Today it is $4 a gallon. So here I hope them two cats that was pimping, one of them was pimping Sanford Bishop, and the other one was pimping Raphael Warnock down here in Decatur County. I hope y'all listen to this, and I know it's your money. You can spend it any way that you want to. But have y'all lost your minds sending somebody like that to Washington, D.C. that's going to represent us? Sanford Bishop is going to rubber stamp everything that Joe Biden well, it ain't Joe Biden. Is George Soros and Barack Obama. They the ones calling the shots. It ain't Joe Biden. He ain't got enough sense to know what day of the week it is. Going to rubber stamp. And Raphael Warnock, the same way. He's a con man. He is a shyster, and he is a phony. I'd rather have Herschel Walker if he couldn't put 4 words together to make a sentence. At least he's got a decent mind and a decent heart. He knows right from wrong. The trouble with them other cats, they know right from wrong, but they love wrong. They are evil people, and they are ruining this country. And I just want people to be aware of this is just one thing that the farmers going through. Who knows what next year is going to bring? Because they coming with a vengeance. Joe Biden and his crew, and Obama and Soros are coming after us with a vengeance after this last election that I'm not going to say was 100% on the up and up. It's amazing to me that the state of Florida can get their votes counted the day of the election. The state of Florida. They know who their governor is. They know who their senator is going to be. They know everything. The state of Florida. They still can't count them in Arizona. They still can't count them in Maricopa County. They're still finding votes. The mail-in votes. This, there's that, the other. So Florida needs to be, everybody in the United States of America needs to look at Florida and say, man, that's how we need to be. And that's how this country was designed to be what the state of Florida is right now. But we veering away from it. And I'm telling you, DeSantis is on a roll. And I know I'm going to go ahead and get this off. Y'all see I ain't wearing my Trump cap tonight. I got Trump on probation. Trump is on probation. He's not completely banned from this show, but he's on probation. And if Trump keeps running his mouth, his big mouth that got him in trouble the whole time, if he keeps running his big mouth about Ron DeSantis, he's going to be permanently banned from the Charlie Platt and Dirt Road Sports Show.
I have sent a.
He's a great president. He's a great president. But man, he's been an awful past president. He won't keep his mouth shut. So it's like playing poker. When you play in poker, the last thing you can do is say, "Hey man, look what a hand I got." You don't do that. He can't hush. He can't shut up. He got to give it all away. He got to talk it all, tell it all, and everything. Whatever comes in his head is what he's gonna spew out of his mouth. He doesn't think. But I'm just telling you, I got him on. He's on probation with me. Trump is.
Well, he needs to work for the common good of the conservative people in America rather than the common good of his ego.
Exactly.
That's part of the problem.
He's fit to learn his lesson because he's picking on one now that ain't scared of him.
That's right.
Ron DeSantis ain't scared of him or nobody else, and that's what's made him such a good governor. He's going to do what's right, what he thinks is right, and to the best of his ability. And if you like it, he don't care. He's going to move on to the next subject. He don't let nothing drag out. He deals with it and he moves on. Tell you what he's done.
Problems. He solves problems. That's what Ron DeSantis does.
He took on the biggest employer in the state of Florida. He took them on, broke down their dynasty, moved on. You hear nothing else about it. They said last night on the news last night, you hadn't heard nothing else about the hurricane, the Category 5 that come up through there, because he's done dealt with it and he's moving on. He's moving on. He can
do it. I'm telling you, he's the man.
Just like today,
he gets action.
He wasn't tweeting back against Trump's tweets that he put out. He was taking care of business for the folks of Florida with that tropical storm coming through.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. He was saying after he was helping Donald Trump because Donald
Yeah.
Trump's got an interest in
Yeah.
Florida down there.
Oh yeah. Hey,
He's
Quizzle, I
helping
know
him.
we got to get our trivia, but I wanted to get your weigh in on this because I mean it ain't no secret because we both got on shirts with all of us except Charlie are big Georgia fans, and you know our man Walker did not walk in and he came up a little short, not much, but I wanted you to weigh in on that before we go to the trivia time.
Well, the first thing they ought to do is at the University of Georgia, everybody ain't a conservative. Every professor they got up there, they ain't a conservative, they ought to fire. Firemen send them up there in the New England state somewhere. Get them gone. Get them out there. There's no reason in
Pennsylvania.
the world, no excuse, no way you'll ever make me believe when you used to walk, you could not walk up the streets of Athens, Georgia, where you didn't see a sign in 1980 that said, "Run, Herschel, run." They're talking about football. And as long as he could do something for them, boy, he was a hero. But when he needs them to do something to help him, oh no, they're gonna go 72%. Ain't it? Wasn't it 72% Democrat?
Almost
let me tell you
72.
something. Let me tell you something. If you a Georgia fan and you didn't vote for Herschel Walker, you need to take the G off.
That's
You
right.
don't deserve to wear it. You absolutely do not deserve to wear it. Let me tell you something
Amen.
else too. It don't matter whether you like Herschel Walker or not. He is a vote against Joe Biden. That's enough reason to vote for him right there. Because the control of the Senate could come down to us. And I don't know this Warnock fella. I don't know nothing about him. But I can tell you this. Anybody that starts attacking on day one the way that he does, I ain't sure he's preaching the Bible. That's all I'm gonna say about that. He come down on Herschel pretty hard today. I mean pretty hard. But that's okay. We need to keep running. Herschel Walker could be, listen now, he could be the only thing that stands between a Democratic controlled Senate and what Floyd just said, like that other cat we had his picture on there making decisions for us. It could be Herschel Walker. But listen, I can remember in the early 80s when if it was dependent on Herschel Walker, everybody was happy. Give the ball to Herschel. Well, Herschel's asking for the ball now. Let's give it to him. We need to vote. We need to support him. We need to send him money. We need to do whatever we got to do to get him elected. They had a really good piece on him last night on Fox News. And, you know, he might not be the sharpest knife in the drawer, but you gonna tell me that other cat's sharper than he is?
Yeah, come on, right here. Come on, right here. Look.
That's what I'm saying.
Look, America, look. And y'all gonna fuss about the intelligence of Herschel Walker? Come on. You got a man that looks like he's come off of Star Trek as a Klingon.
And Herschel, you know, I don't know about Herschel. I don't know. You better know about him. He could be all that's standing in the way of us losing everything that we have.
Everything we got. It's all at stake. That's where it's at. It's at
You're
stake.
right.
It's hanging by a thread, and the thread's on fire. Because
And
they
I'll
are
tell you-
not going to back off. They smell blood. They're not going to back off.
I'm gonna tell you this here. I voted for him, and it wasn't because of Donald Trump. It wasn't because of that. I voted for him because I wanted to vote for him because I am sick and tired of the Democratic rule in the United States of America. They have taken a country that I love and they have torn it down. They've torn the values down. They're trying to take Christianity out of everything we do. They're teaching our children that you can be anything you want to be, do whatever you want to do. You don't have to be a boy if you ain't want to be a boy. You want all this malarkey that they're teaching. Somebody somewhere better make a stand, and you know what? It might be old number 34. He might have to make that stand. Might be old number 34. You know, he might have to. We might have to call old Larry Munson one more time to make a call down from upstairs, way up there, and tell him, you know, give the ball to Herschel.
When we come back from the trivia, I want to pick back up on something that you said. I got a picture. I want us to have a little round table discussion. But right now, it's time once again. Southern Hissy Fits, trivia time. Charlie Platt, the Dirt Road Sports Show. Southern Hissy Fits, embroidery, t-shirts, tumblers, gifts, and all kind of items. 109 West College Street, right on this corner, the southwestern corner of the square in beautiful downtown Colquitt, Georgia. Home of all of the logoed, official, trademarked merchandise of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Call them right there, 229-726-4825, Southern Hissy Fits on the square in Colquitt. And now we're going to give away one of our Campfire enameled logo mugs. We need you to text the correct answer to 229-254-5060. We'll leave the number on the screen in just a moment. I'm looking for the correct answer and your name. We do ask if you previously won a mug. Please to let some other people, let's share the wealth. Let's allow others to sip their coffee in style, if you will. 229-254-5060 is the number. I need the correct answer and your name. Here we go, boys. Here's the trivia question. This is a tough one tonight. What was country music star Luke Bryan's first job? Country music sensation, if you will, Luke Bryan from Leesburg, Georgia. What was his first job? Looking for the correct answer. 229-254-5060. Southern Hissy Fit trivia time. Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Here's the number. Let me put it back up there. All right, I just had one come in, and that one was wrong. Farming, that was wrong. I got another one here, a salesman. Not right.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I do.
Rojo ought to know this one. Rojo,
Yeah.
I know she's watching. She ought to know this one.
Linda Everson Lashley said hauling peanuts. Nope.
Oh, no.
Peanut meal. Nope. Lee Scott.
Y'all
And it
hit-
wasn't. And it was
hit
not
down the
Pulpwood
wrong
neither,
road.
Lee Scott. It was
Y'all
not
headed down the
Pulpwood.
wrong road.
Got a winner chicken dinner. Chicken dinner winner. Winner. Man, I need to be one of those guys at the fair hollering out.
That's exactly
I
where
thought
you need to be.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't that where you came from?
Keep
We
saying
had-
it. Keep saying it.
look at there. Cindy Phillips is a little late. Cindy Phillips, you got to be quicker. Our winner's none other than Miss Joe Davis.
Come on.
Miss Joe Davis
Uh-huh.
in the northwestern corner of the county. And the correct answer is he worked in a supermarket stocking shelves at Rubo's when he was 12 years old. 12
Right.
years
You
old.
got
There
it,
you
Rojo.
got it, Rojo.
Rojo, you were just too late. You're too late on the switch, honey.
Yep. Had another one, Miss Katie Chambliss. She came in after Miss Joe, but we finally had three there. But yes, that is correct. He was stocking groceries at Rubo's in Leesburg, Georgia when he was 12 years old. Big shout out to Miss Joe Davis, the winner this week. Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show trivia time on Facebook Live and on YouTube. I got one coming in late. He'll set a bartender. That might be now. I doubt it was back then.
That's Ocasio-Cortez.
AOC.
Ocasio-Cortez. She's a congressman now.
That's of course.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right,
Good.
guys. Picture of the week. I'm putting it up.
Whoa!
Here. This is a beauty contest. Floyd, you got to chime in here a little bit in just a minute. This was a real live beauty contest held in the great state of New Hampshire in the continental United States of America. Circled with the magic marker, the rotund, extra large lady or whatever it is the winner of the beauty pageant. Floyd, tell us about this, and then let's discuss it.
That's a boy. That's a man. That's a man in the beauty pageant for Miss New Hampshire. This is one of the preliminaries going up to Miss New Hampshire. And what I'm confused about in this whole deal, of course, she's the winner. Or he ain't no she to it. He's the winner. He's a transvestite. He's a winner. He weighs about 3 times as much as any of the others do. And they're all smiling. They all are going along with this farce. All the girls, they're smiling because this lunatic right here, standing here with the crown and the roses and all that, because this lunatic beat them out of an opportunity to be winners in a beauty contest. Something I know that they've worked hard on their talent and on their presentation and styling and walking and doing that. That dude there shows up with a dress on, and they find he is the beauty contest winner. That is in New Hampshire, ladies and gentlemen.
Can Can I say something?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Queasy.
I want to say something. You
Go
see
ahead.
that right? You see that right there? That is the reason I'm voting for Herschel Walker.
You're right. Exactly
That's
right.
exactly the reason I'm voting for Herschel.
I mean, that's all the reason you need.
Yeah, I didn't never see him wear no dress when he was toting the football. I ain't seen him wear no dress since then. So he's my man. I'm voting for him, and I encourage everybody else to vote for him. If we ain't careful, that's gonna wind up in Georgia. I'm telling you.
Wind up Georgia right there. Yeah, we're gonna have to like it, because if we don't like it, hey man, they'll get you for a hate crime.
All right, guys, I got to put this up. We've had this picture sent in twice. I just had it sent in from somebody in Georgia, and I had it sent in from somebody in Alabama. I'm put it over there. That is your candidate right there, Reverend Warnock. That is his mug shot from an arrest, July the 31st of 2002, right there. And
what did he do?
I don't know what he did. I don't know.
Was he selling dope?
I don't know what he was doing.
Was he a pimp?
A mugshot. He was doing something illegal.
Yeah, it was illegal. I don't know exactly
Whatever
what
he
it was.
It's illegal. But
He
hey,
what?
man,
He what?
that gives him street cred, Marvin. Hey, he got street cred for that. You got a rap sheet, man. You got to have a rap sheet to be somebody now in certain communities.
I bet you one thing. He wasn't arrested for talking about Jesus.
No, he wasn't ready to talk about protesting.
No, he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't standing up there and holding signs. Charges. Professor Williams from Peachtree City said charges from a summer camp he was running for children,
abusing them. That's it.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
Yep.
But that's okay in their world.
It's like Joe Biden said, we need to move on. Need to move forward.
Yeah.
Don't need to talk about Hunter Biden. We need to move forward.
Well, he also, and somebody also, and I don't know if this was in 02, but he also ran over his wife's foot. Now, I don't know if that was that mug shot, or, I mean, I'm sure that probably got swept under the rug, you know, just like when Herschel they had the commercial where he kept playing it about his wife saying, and he pulled the gun on me. They edited out that she was sitting right beside him when they were telling that story. They failed to put that in there. They just picked and choose a sound bite, if you will. Yep. Hey, guys, I do need to do this real quick. Y'all know what tomorrow is. We want to give a big shout out, man. I know we got plenty of veterans that watch our show. And so we want to give a big Veterans Day shout out to all of you, whatever branch of the armed services that you did serve in or are serving in. We appreciate you. We thank you. Because of what you did and what you are doing is the reason that we still have the freedom to be able to broadcast our show here and to express our opinions and our viewpoints and reflections and revelations on Thursday nights with you guys. We appreciate you, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your service to this great nation we live in. I know we got a lot of bad going on, and I know a lot of negativity, but we still live in one of the greatest, if not the greatest country on the face of the earth. God has blessed us, and he has blessed us with strong men and women who have faithfully served our communities and our nation and our states. And on behalf of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports, we want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for all you did and all you are doing. Also want to invite you tomorrow night. There'll be a Veterans Day celebration at TK's. Roger Buck Davis. They'll be celebrating Mr. B.O. Mock. I think it's his 96th birthday or something. I don't know. But he is the only left surviving World War II veteran in Miller County, Georgia. And they will be live and in color at TK's. That'll be Roger Buck Davis. It used to be and the Roadrunners, but I think now it's Roger Buck and the Oxygen Tank Nursing Home Gang, maybe something of that nature. I'm not sure about that.
Can I say something? I don't want to get down, but before Florida pick us back up, but we lost a great citizen in the state of Alabama the last couple of days. What would be referred to as a redneck from up around Fort Payne, Alabama. He and his two cousins back in the early 70s decided they want to be guitar pickers and singers. They had a dream, and they lived the dream. Talking about the group Alabama. Jeff Cook, one of the founding members, passed away at the age of 73. Long battle with Parkinson's disease. He did a lot of good for the folks up around Fort Payne and people all over the country. He was a very wonderful, giving person that, as I said, lived his dream and made a lot of money in the process. But I was going last week. We couldn't be on. I was going to say something last week because a friend of mine had called and let me know that Jeff was at his condo down in Destin, and he had his family and some close friends that were staying with him. That's where he wanted to pass away. And about a week later, he did. And he was had a chance to know Jeff and to be around him several times, and he was just a prince of an individual. And a lot of musicians, including Jamie Johnson, will refer to, they patterned their guitar playing by the song My Home's in Alabama. When Jeff took the lead on that guitar riff, that influenced a lot of musicians in the country. He had a style all his own, and he'll be missed. He's a great individual.
Good guy. Great musician, too. Hey, I
Oh,
want
yeah.
to give a big shout out to Dr. Matt Bracewell. He's watching us tonight from Lynchburg, Virginia. Matt promotes us every week on his show, Creation and Composting. He's got a great podcast show. You can find him on Facebook at Creation and Composting. He teaches the lost art of true creation in a school setting, and great homesteading and all of that. Visit him over there, Matt Bracewell, Creation and Composting in Lynchburg, Virginia. Real quickly, had a few things sent in this week. Guys, here's a beautiful shot we had sent in from over in the ocean. Even though we didn't have a red tsunami or a red wave, that may have been, hopefully that was God shining on us and saying, hey, everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. Also got one here. Look here at this farming operation right here, picking peanuts. That's Baker County, Georgia, right there. Fresh picking peanuts. I was over at my pa-in-law's this week, Floyd. He's got a lemon tree. That was some of the most beautiful, robust yellow lemons that I've seen. They're just beautiful there. And Mr. Luther grew those pretty lemons right there. I guess Satsumas are coming pretty shortly, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. My Satsumas are showing out.
Yep, mine too.
Yeah. Look at them lemons. Is that Luther's lemons?
That's Luther's lemons. Beautiful guy. He just got one tree. They pretty. But they were just. You don't. A lot of times you don't see them that yellow. But and then I just had this sent in, guys. We had it. We had 2 or 3 weeks ago last time we were on. He sent this to us, and I wasn't able to get it on the air. This is a 4-year-old in Alabama that watches us every Thursday night. Every Thursday night. Now I want y'all to look. He's sitting in his rocking chair like he was at school listening to the teacher, and there we are up on the big screen, and the text caption was "Starting them out right." 4 years old, watching Charlie Platt in a Dirt Road Sports Show. Now, I don't care. Listen, let me tell you something right there. That means more to me right there than if Donald Trump and they were to resurrect Ronald Reagan and he were to watch it. That means more to me than anything that a 4-year-old little boy, that we can impact the life of a 4-year-old little boy with our foolishness.
That's right.
Buddy. We got to keep rolling.
Hey, baby, that's what I'm talking about. All right, boys, y'all know what time it is.
It's that time once again. Time for Floyd's Short Lists and More. Brought to you by Berry Hill Auctioneers. Berry Hill Auctioneers, our sponsor in exclusivity and perpetuity of the great, the world famous Floyd's Short Lists and More. And now, please make welcome Mr. Floyd B. Lloyd. Thank
you, Marvin. Thank y'all very kindly. Gonna have a little two-part closing out tonight, short stories and more. Gonna start out with a little flow of short stories. Then we're gonna go into a little. I'm gonna tell y'all something little happened to some of my kin folks. I always like to keep y'all up to date on what's happening with my kin folks. This is Uncle Dump and Ain't Scrap. They live over there around the Ono community in Alabama over there. And,
The what?
And where?
Where?
Ono.
Yeah, that's where Aunt Zelma used to live in Ono.
Yeah, that's it. But anyway, we're gonna tell y'all, give y'all an update on them, what's happening in their life, and they're getting on up in age. But we'll start out with a few short lists here. Don't have a lot of them this week due to time constraints, but anyway, it's people that's living on it, and I'm not doing any Pentecostal short stories tonight. Yeah, short list tonight. Yeah. I know it's distressing to y'all, and you get depressed when I don't do it. But I'm gonna give my Pentecostal friends a break this week. How about that? Here's the first one. People living on Martha's Vineyard that have ever gone to a tractor pool. Can y'all imagine how much enlightenment they would get? How much their life might change if they would just go to a truck and tractor pool one time in their life with a cooler full of Bush Barbarian beer. Just do it one time. Try.
So you don't think a tourist man could go up to Martha's Vineyard and open a 4-wheeler mud bogging park and survive?
I've been thinking about me getting Benny West. Me and Benny, Benny used to have a mud bog hole out here. Thinking about getting Benny West. Let's go up there to Martha's Vineyard and open up a mud bog hole.
I'd like to see you and Benny on Martha's Vineyard.
Let me think about 10 of them alligators that he used to catch. About 10 of them up there in Durham. Here's another right here. And y'all got to know whatever y'all. This probably ain't gonna resonate with a bunch of y'all, but I'm gonna put it out there, and you can look it up about this one anyway. Other than Michelle Obama, people on Martha's Vineyard that have ever had a $150,000 a year no-show job. People on Martha's Vineyard that have ever had a $150,000 no-show job. You don't have to show up. That means no show. You don't have to show up for a job. You just say, we're just gonna say you work for this organization, which was the University of Chicago Hospital. Put it all together, if you will. If you minimum of $150,000 is what she was making a year. It's a no-show job. Here we go, right here. U.S. citizens that have more Social Security's number than Barack Hussein Obama. Don't look that way. Google ain't gonna let you look it up, but anyway, it's out there. Times in the last 50 years that Hillary Clinton has shown affection to anyone other than herself, Huma Abedin, and Webb Hubbell. Look at it.
You left Bill out of there intentionally.
Intentionally.
What about Chelsea?
Chelsea's on her own, baby. Chelsea's on her own. Chelsea's fine.
What about the grandkids?
No. We got Hillary number one. Here's the last one. Here's one right here. People on Martha's Vineyard, other than Barack Hussein Obama and Michelle Obama, that have ever eaten a bologna sandwich. Y'all want to hear about Uncle Dump, man? Scrap.
Yeah.
He went to the doctor. You know how they evaluate over there. I've been there. They started asking me all kind of questions, personal questions. What I thought, like what do you use tobacco? And I said, no, tobacco. I said, used to, but I don't know what I want. Do you drink alcohol? And I'm thinking, I walked in the door. I'm not a drunk. I dressed myself. And in fact, that's what I found. So I said, look here. I said, I got up this morning. I said, I navigated my house. I I went. I got something to eat, and I drove to the doctor's office. They wanted to know if you do you own a gun? I said, I move on. Next question. Let's move forward. Anyway, Uncle Dump went to the doctor. They was asking him all these questions, this question about this and that and the other. And anyway, the doctor want to know, are they feeling for things? All these doctors, they put it on your list. Say that's information in the World Wide Web that they can go back and check on. Want to know how? What about God? What about God? Do you believe in a divine God? Uncle Dump said, yeah, I believe in God. Sure I do. Of course I do. Said, been in my life all the time. Said, he's in my life now. Said, he helps me out now. And the doctor said, well, how does he help you out? How does God help you out? He said, well, like at night when I got to get up and go to the bathroom, that I get out of bed and I walk around and I go to the bathroom and I open the door and the light automatically comes on in the bathroom. And he said, I go ahead and do my business. And said, then when I get on, I close the door and the light goes out in the bathroom. I go back to bed, go to sleep. That old doctor, he writing all this. He's confused about this. He said, well, you read that God turns a light on? I said, yeah, he turned a light on for me. I just opened the door. He said, I ain't got no special light or nothing in there. He said, I don't need to reach up for the switch enough. So I opened the door and the light come on. So anyway, old doctor, 2 or 3 weeks later, old doctor was in the grocery store and he seen ain't scrap. She said, she said, Dump was in there telling me about, he's I don't know, she said, I might have to check him out for mental shortage. I said, he come up with this deal, said, talking about him and God. She said, what are you talking about, him and God? He said, well, he telling me, said, well, he'll get up in the night and walk around and go get in and go to the bathroom. Said he opens the door. Said he don't cut no light switch on. Said the light automatically comes on. Said it did when he gets done. Said he closes the door, the light automatically goes out. She said, oh my God, Dump is peeing in the refrigerator again.
Woo!
I got y'all on that. Then. Ain't nothing but the truth, man. Ain't nothing but the truth.
Yeah,
Charlie,
I didn't hurt that on Uncle Dump. I know where you was going.
oh, you got me on that. Charlie, I don't know how you're going to do it, but give us your 7-day forecast.
I wonder if it had anything to do with Uncle Dump's fresh made Bullis wine that he was
Yeah,
drinking.
it could be.
Woo! All right. Thank you, good Lord, for the rain we're receiving right now as we're on. Because you know we need it and we thank you for it. And as we look at this long range forecast, more things I want to thank you for is another chance of rain on Tuesday and yet another on Thursday. And instead of the 85, 86, 88-degree weather we had last week, we're actually going to feel more seasonal when we get to, well, tomorrow's not bad. Yeah, the 60% chance of rain, I think, is a little bit high with the movement of Nicole. I think once the turn is made due north and it gets probably past maybe Tallahassee, somewhere there, our rain's going to get out of here by in the morning. But they're giving 60% chance. That'll cover in the early morning hours when most of us will have a little chance of rain. Then we clear out on Saturday, Sunday. 59 is the high after that nice low of 42. Lower elevation places that normally get cooler, you might see some scattered frost on Sunday morning, and then get ready for some frost the first part of the week as we see our low temperatures down in the that 38-degree on Monday morning, 62 the high, back up in the 60s, and we stay that way through Thursday with that 40% chance of rain. So all in all, a good fall weather forecast. Most of the peanuts are in over here. We still got a lot of cotton to go, and I'm sure you do. I have seen it over in Southwest Georgia as well. But pray for these farmers because they're going to have some big decisions to make once they start counting up the beans, Floyd, and seeing how many how many going to go in the jar and they're going to be able to pay out at the banks. A lot of people talking about maybe not having the crop they thought they had. So just pray for the farmers, pray for one another. We love y'all and we appreciate y'all watching each and every Thursday night. And want to say the folks in Georgia got it right when it came to the governor of the state over there. Congratulations to Governor Kemp. Did a great
Yes,
job
sir.
with his campaign. Folks got behind him. Ron DeSantis down in Florida. Meemaw over here. Yeah, somebody said you didn't say anything about Meemaw. Meemaw gets up there. She does that hand like that. That's. I don't know if that's from her old age or she's trying to wave or what. But anyway, uh, Meemaw's back for another 4 years, and
Oh, Charlie,
y'all got.
that's a Pentecostal Holy Ghost done got in her.
That's it.
I don't think so. We got it lined up. Republican governors in all three states, and we're in a lot better condition than most of a lot of places in this country. And just pray for our leaders, pray for one another, and veterans. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have been able Tuesday to go and cast those votes for the people that we wanted to lead us. So, veterans, thank you not only just tomorrow, but every day. Back to you, Marvin.
Queasel.
Thank you, Marvin. Hey, thank y'all for letting us come in. We missed y'all last week. Thank you for letting us visit with you tonight a little bit. So thankful for this rain, man. God is good. He gives us more than we could even come close to deserve it. We just thank you so much for that. We do want to honor our veterans that went and fought for us. Without them, we like Charlie said, we wouldn't get a chance to vote. And speaking of voting, I know for months now I've been asking y'all and asking to vote for my old buddy Brian Kemp for governor, and Georgia, you come through, and I just want to thank you. He's a good man. He's done us a good job, and I'm looking forward to doing another good job. I think we got a good man in as ag commissioner. I think he's going to do us a good job. Tyler Harper, he's a farmer from over around Ocilla. I think he's going to do a job. I'm glad to see him get in there. And then our old buddy Gerald Green down here is finally our true representative. And we carried him in there pretty good. But I really want to thank y'all for voting for Brian Kemp. Governor Kemp earned this election, and you could tell it in the turnout. There was no question this time. There was some question that time. This time it was almost 300,000 votes. There was no question this time. And I'm going to ask you to do this. I'm going to ask you to vote for Herschel Walker. You need to vote for Herschel Walker. You need to tell everybody you know in Georgia to vote for Herschel Walker. Because listen, let me tell you something. The other side is going to vote. If we don't show up, it's going to be a bad day. It's going to be a bad day again. We done been embarrassed one time. Georgia has gave control of the Senate to the Democrats one time. We don't need to do it again. We need to put the Republican in there. We need to put Herschel in there. But again, thank y'all for watching us. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all putting up with our foolishness. And but hey, if we could just make you smile, that's what we're here to do tonight. That's what it is. We love you. God loves you. Just whatever you do, you're going to have two choices. You can do what's right or you can do what's wrong. Always do the right thing.
That's right.
See it.
Floyd?
Yes, thank you, Queen. It's going to be short and sweet for me. Y'all know what I'm going to tell you. But I want you to remember it. I want you to think about it. That sign is on your screen right there. Them veterans, all them veterans, some of them went over there and didn't come back. Some of them went and fought for our freedoms and they didn't come home. Everyone that put on a uniform fought for our freedoms. Everyone that put on a uniform for the United States military stood. They were standing by, waiting to be called to go to arms to fight for the freedom of this country. Here's one of the main freedoms that we have in this country: the Second Amendment. Second Amendment. That means you can arm yourself. Be armed at all times. Exercise your Second Amendment rights. You never know. You never know when you're gonna need to be armed. Be armed. Be vigilant. Be aware of your surroundings wherever you are. Surround yourself with like-minded people that you know ain't fools. Surround yourself with people like that. go to sleep tonight, when you lay down and go to bed tonight, give God thanks for everything he's done for you today. You'll run out of time before you go to sleep thanking him if you just think about it. Wake up in the morning, thank him for a good night's sleep, and ask him to be with you and give you wisdom as you face tomorrow. Good night, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Go ahead, Marvin.
Guys, thank y'all for joining us tonight. Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. It's been our privilege and honor to be here tonight. Appreciate you inviting us into your home. It humbles us each and every week. Again, thank a veteran tomorrow for their service. Thank them for their selfless service to this country, this great country that we live in. Tell them you appreciate them. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Roger Buck Davis, I'll be doing a Veterans Day celebration, and Mr. B.O. Mott at the TK's on the square right there in Colquitt, Georgia. Big shout out to Miss Joe Davis, our winner this week of the Southern History Fits Trivia Time on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Guys, you know what I'm going to tell you. Just keep trusting the Lord. Keep putting your faith in him. Listen, it don't matter who's president or who's in control of the Senate or the House. God's on the throne. God is on the throne. That's where our hope and our trust needs to lie. I want to encourage you this month and every month, be thankful to God for everything, all the blessings in your life. I promise you, I like the old song that Fanny Crosby wrote. She wrote 8,000 gospel songs and she was blind. One of the greatest ones she wrote was Count Your Many Blessings, Name Them One by One. Amen. Here's a scripture for this week. God's voice thunders in marvelous ways. He does great things beyond our understanding. He says to the snow, fall on the earth, and to the rain shower, be a mighty downpour. Guys, we love you. Keep trusting in the Lord. Keep looking up. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. We'll be right back here next week, same place, same time. Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Stay safe in this tropical storm. Guys, we love you. No matter what you do in life, we need you to always, always, always be particular.
Be particular.
Good night, guys. We love you.
Good night.
See y'all.